There are these very small mummified looking things that are in Peru that seem to look exactly like a similar kind of thing to a human being, but varies enough that you know it's not us. And it has more ribs, it has more spinal columns, or more discs. This is what they look like. And there's x-rays of them, and that's where it gets really weird. And they're tridactyl, right? So they have 3 fingers and 3 toes.
Yep. And so these were discovered in 2015 in a cave by a guy named Leandro who goes by Mario. And this is one of the headaches about the case is like we don't have good provenance on it. So he is this Huaquero gravedigger guy, and they were found in diatomaceous earth. So there's actually an idea that they might not even be mummies. Diatomaceous earth is a desiccant, and so they were dried out. And a lot of the organs are actually still inside the bodies. And there are 3 different types. There are S-types, which are these little winged creatures. There are J-types. The J-types are they were most popularized in this Mexican Congress where these things were outed in September of 2023, where they look like almost Close Encounters. Jamie, if you scroll down, like you see that Peru's Congress, like right there. Like that thing looks like this like jokey, like Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Like it looks like
totally fake.
It looks totally fake, right? So those are the J types. They're like 25-ish, maybe 25 to 30
but
of
then
those.
There's the ones that they've x-rayed, and that's where it gets really weird.
The weirdest ones that I was talking about, the forensics people kind of evaluating, are these M types. These are like 4 to 5 feet. They look pretty anatomically consistent.
Have you seen them in person?
I have.
Really?
Yeah.
And what was your feeling?
My feeling was, it was this...
Keep those images up, please.
It was, as with a lot of these things, oscillating between, holy shit, this thing is not from here, and then, dude, you have to, like, chill, and, like, there's so many other things, there's so many other gates this has to get through for us to actually... verify this stuff.
See if you can go the x-rays, Jamie, find the images from the x-rays. That's one, but there's one that's a little bit better because it's one of the fetal position. It's
Jamie, in my document, actually.
Look at that one.
Okay, there you go. So that one has eggs inside of it.
What?
If you go... Yeah. Montserrat, which
look at its hips.
Yeah.
How weird.
So if you go to Montserrat clip, yeah. So this one's pregnant and has what they are claiming to be a tridactyl fetus inside of it. Yeah.
How many of these do they have?
So they have 8 to 10 of these M types, these kind of most realistic looking ones.
8 to 10?
8 to 10. And then they have 25 to 30 of the J types. So yeah, look at that. That's a 3D reconstruction of the CAT scan.
So they have teeth. That's weird.
They have teeth,
right?
Yeah. They have tendons, they have bones, they have cartilage, they have organs inside. And then so this is where we need to verify stuff. They even have actually
could you go back to the part of the video where what's that? Yeah, that part. What the fuck is that, man? That's crazy.
They have osmium and cadmium implants in them, which are rare earth metals that were discovered in the 19th century, too.
If this is art, if someone made this, I need to buy one.
Yeah.
Like, you need to tell me how much this costs. I need to put it on my table because you're a genius. If you've made that and you tricked everybody into thinking that that's real, you're a goddamn genius, and you shouldn't just be hoaxing people.
Well,
so then the alternative is that's real. Well, if that's real, that's completely insane.
Joe, fortunately and fortunately for you maybe, but unfortunately for the case, these Huaqueros, these gravediggers, are selling some of these things on the black market. And this case is the wild, wild west. It is so...
How much? How much could I get one for?
I've heard 7 figures.
7 figures?
I've heard a lot of money.
Jeez Louise.
But
is Peter Thiel buying one of these? Don't say yes. Look at that thing.
It's wild.
That's so crazy.
But there are serious problems. I want to caveat all of this, and I don't want to be overly sensationalist about this. If it's a hoax, it's the best hoax ever. Right. It is the best. My friend Michael Mazzola, who kind of rolled the red carpet down, allowed me to even see these things. He's making a video, making a documentary on this. That's coming out this August, and it's called "This Is Not a Hoax." I told him to put in parentheses, or this is the most sophisticated hoax ever.
Right.
Because the DNA testing sucks. There's no signal. The signal to noise ratio sucks on the DNA.
How come?
Because there was probably human contamination. Like the NCBI, which is this like biotech repository where you have a lot of this genetic information on two of the bodies, Victoria and Maria. This is all publicly available. They've done analysis on this, and like the camp that is very pro, these being alien, is this guy Jaime Maussan, and he is. I actually think he's awesome. I love him. He's like this former 60 Minutes guy in Mexico, and he's paid a lot of money to protect a lot of these bodies. He's very open about like we just need more scientific research. He wants more eyes on this thing, but some of the genetics. Some of the genetics researchers that they're basing the stuff on, I spoke to one of them. This guy's name is Dr. Ricardo Rangel, and he's a biologist. I don't think he's actually a geneticist. And his belief is like, he was like, this is, there's 30% of this is like unknown DNA that we don't know. And then in the 70%, you have mitochondrial DNA from Myanmar. And then you have DNA from a parasite in Africa. And you also have bonobos and chimpanzee DNA, which means it was an ancient primate that held this DNA because it was before they phylogenetically split off. So what he's saying, and this is crazy, is he was saying that like a hominid species, an early hominid species, went from Asia to Africa. And because there's some theories that they actually, East Africa is not like the first hominid species. Maybe it was East Asia. So it's already like kind of requiring some leaps of logic or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then had sex with this like primate thing. And you end up with this hybrid. And then another leap of logic is that before Pizarro and all the conquistadors, like there's actually like transmission of, beings from Africa to South America. I don't believe that. It's crazy. It's like saying the pangolin theory is better than the Wuhan lab leak theory, which is just like Occam's razor. That's not real.
Well, we do know that there were other types of hominids that coexisted with human beings.
Denisovans.
The Floras people, the Hobbit people. What is the carbon dating on these things?
Carbon dating ranges from 700 years ago, which would actually be Incan. That would be because Incan started in like 1450, and then all the way down to 1800 years ago, which is the Nazca people.
I mean, the Eye of Horus essentially it's a diagram of the pineal gland, which is kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy when you see it that way.
Wow.
Because they knew things, and we don't know what they knew. We don't understand how they built the pyramids. We don't understand how old they are. There's so much speculation about the true age of that civilization.
And figuring out like how they harnessed energy and all that stuff.
We have no idea. I mean, there's this group of scientists that believe that there's structures under the pyramids that go 2 kilometers deep into the earth.
Right.
And there's a lot of controversy about that. But these guys they've multiple readings of these things, and they're pretty sure that they're accurate. And they've been accurate with other things, like other temples that are underground, that are 50 feet underground. They've mapped those things out with the same technology. So there's a precedent to it. These people knew things, and we don't understand how they knew it or what they knew. And we don't know if the people that lived in ancient Egypt that we considered ancient Egypt, like, 2000 BC, we don't know if they found those structures or if those people built those structures. There's so much weirdness with Egypt because the construction is so beyond anything else that exists anywhere on Earth. And especially when you're dealing with 4,500 plus years ago. 4,500 years ago is the conventional estimations. But there's a lot of these heretic archaeologists that think, no, this is a lot older than that. I mean, there's a king's list that goes back 30,000
that's what I've been hearing.
plus
They're saying
years.
like 30,000 years.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds nuts to people that want to have this conventional dating of the dawn of civilization being about 6,000 years ago, but there's a lot of evidence that that's not accurate. There's a lot, and I think the most profound evidence is just the vastness of the Egyptian empire and what they're just the vastness of the construction, the way they were able to bring these stones from 500 miles away through the mountains that are 80 tons. How? How did they cut them perfectly? How did they put them 120 feet in the air and put them in the ceiling? Like, what the fuck was going on then? What the fuck was going on where people were supposedly just getting out of hunter and gathering? I mean, this is like the emergence. Like a couple thousand years earlier, we're supposed to be like using stone tools and throwing them at animals. And now you have these people that build this immense structure that's perfectly aligned. A true north, south, east, and west has 2,300,000 stones in it. What? It's aligned with Orion's stars, the stars in the Orion belt. Like what?
Maybe what happened is AI took them down too.
It might be
way back.
It might be. I mean,
it's bad. I'm just saying, right?
It could be.
Stuff could be. I forget who said that, but it's like, I mean, I'm all for science, but in the end of the day, you know, no matter what we think we know, it's still just like it's like a flame in a dark night. You know, there's so much out there beyond what we can see.
Yeah.
You know? So I always kind of thought that myself. I mean, it's a basic thing nowadays. You know, when I was like a kid, you know, a lot of people have had this thought, but it's like, you're always like looking up here in the stars, and it's like, if they're saying that the stars are basically infinite, then it's infinite possibility for other planets with life on it, which basically is a certainty. Right?
It's basically certain.
It's a certainty.
Yeah, it's basically certainty. And the more we explore in the known universe, the more we understand that it's much more likely that this is not an anomaly, that there's many, many planets out there. Who knows? Maybe an infinite number that have life.
So who knows what's going on with those Egyptians?
Well, we don't know how long ago they did this. You know, there's just so much speculation.
Well, and the version of Egypt that we're taught about, it was like just the latest stage of it.
Oh yeah.
Like I read where it went on for so many thousands of years, and there was this whole evolution of those kingdoms. I'm talking about throughout Africa.
Yep. All the sub-Saharan area.
All of that too.
That's where they believe that Atlantis was. I mean, there's this thing called the Richat structure that again, these heretic archaeologists believe was the site of Atlantis. The sub-Saharan Africa was a rich rainforest thousands of years ago. There's whale bones. They find whale bones in the Saharan desert.
That's crazy.
It's fucking madness, man. The history of Earth is so confusing. Like Graham Hancock says it best, we're a species with amnesia, you know? And that's what's wild about all this ancient
We don't remember
shit.
anything.
Well, we definitely don't remember shit from 20,000 years ago. It's all just speculation. And, you know, and people have been in this form, you know, the form of Homo sapiens now for 300,000+ years. Like, who knows how long, and who knows where they learn this stuff from? I mean, who knows if they learn this stuff from visitors? We don't know. We don't know. I mean, if we did get visited 20,000, 30,000 years ago, what evidence would be left? You know, and are we being visited now? Well, we're about to find out, because if this shit keeps popping off with Israel and Iran and they start going nuclear, you know, that was the great hope of the people that really believe in aliens, is that what they're watching over us is to make sure we don't fuck everything up, that we're so close to emerging as a type 1 civilization. We're so close to getting out of this barbaric, you know, territorial apes with thermonuclear weapons. We're so close to passing this stage that we're in right now, as long as we don't fuck it up. And who knows how many times people might have fucked it up in the past. That might be what we're looking at when we're looking at ancient Egypt. There might be the remnants. And there's also natural disasters.
Yeah, and that's all I meant by AI.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It could be our greatest natural disaster.
You get there, but I like it's a very positive outlook, though, when you're talking about getting to the next.
Yeah.
What'd you call it? Type
1 civilization.
What does that mean?
Okay, there's type 1, type 2, and type 3 civilizations. And I don't remember who was the one who formulated this. It might have been Sagan. Jamie, you can pull it up so I don't fuck this up. But
come on, Jamie.
It's essentially here it is. Type 1 civilization, known as a planetary civilization, defined by our Kardashev scale as the one that's harnessed and controls all available energy on its planet. This includes utilizing all forms of energy from sources like solar, wind, geothermal, and potentially even harnessing nuclear fusion. A type 1 civilization is also characterized by a global, technologically advanced society with a high degree of interconnectedness and the ability to manage planetary scale resources and weather. So we're on the way to that. And AI, in best case scenario, helps us achieve that. And we're close. We're probably a lot closer to that than we think. Type 2 civilization is stellar, meaning we populate other planets. Type 3 is galactic. We populate the cosmos, and we explore the cosmos.
Wow.
We're on our way to that. And it's inevitable. If we used to live in caves and now, we fly in hypersonic jets, this is what's coming. And it's whether or not we along the way.
If you enjoyed today's episode on JRE Plus, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you.